to my channel. My name is Emily Jean if you guys are new here. Today we are doing a makeup video and I'm just gonna do a regular old get ready with me. This is me with no makeup. I did some skincare probably about an hour ago and that's all I have on my skin. So we're gonna start by just clipping my hair back because I truly cannot do my makeup without clipping my hair back. I do not know how people do their makeup with hair in their face. And if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. And you guys can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It's just at Emily Jean Beauty everywhere. I'm pretty active on my Instagram stories. If I'm ever gone from YouTube, definitely check my Instagram stories. Always posting there like daily in real time stuff for the most part. It is a regular old Tuesday today and I actually leave for Dallas tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. So stay tuned for some Dallas content. To start, of course, I'm going to plump up my lips. You guys know this is routine for me. I always apply lip plumper in the beginning of my makeup because I really like my lips to be ready by the time I want to do my lip liner and lipstick, which is usually, you know, the last step. So right now I'm using the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. I love any of the Too Faced ones. They have so many different kinds now. They even make like a regular lip gloss with the plumping effect in it. I really like the really strong lip plumper, make my lips full, make them really red, and honestly I really like that look and I think it preps your lips really well for once you actually do your liner and lipstick or gloss. Same with the lips, we need to prime the face. I'm gonna go in with two different primers today. I've been really into my Laura Mercier Canvas primer. Like I think I showed this in one of my last videos. This is the Pure Canvas Power Primer. It is so good because it is truly like kind of how it sounds. It's kind of like a skincare product. It's a nice creamy hydrating consistency and I feel like it smooths my skin and hydrates my skin without being like this thick smoothing primer. It really is just feels like skincare. It's so good. I really like to actually use this product to mix with my De-Bronzy drops from Drunk Elephant. If I want to do like a no makeup day, I like to apply this and mix things with it. You guys, I'm sorry if I keep looking over here. I'm filming on my big camera and I'm trying my best to stay looking at you guys in the lens. I just keep getting distracted with the viewfinder. I'm also going to do a secondary primer. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I've raved about this so many times. e.l.f. makes a dupe for it. I have not tried it personally, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So if you guys can't afford the Milk Makeup one or don't want to spend the money on it, try the e.l.f. one first. It's literally like a glue for your face. Like it's really sticky, but it still hydrates the skin. I definitely see a difference in how my makeup lasts and how it looks throughout the day with this product. I'm like sitting up on my feet because I'm so short and I can't raise myself up in the camera. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with a product that I really love. I just don't wear it all the time because it has an SPF of 50 in it, and if I know I'm going to be going out or taking photos at night, I never want to have SPF in my makeup. But for a daytime full coverage really good drugstore foundation, I actually really love this. This is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup. I'm in the shade 220 Natural Beige. It's more of like my tan color, but honestly this foundation is so good. I feel like a lot of Maybelline foundations have always been good, but I really like, see how liquidy it is? I really like the consistency of it. I like a really liquidy foundation, something I can blend out really quickly, but something that has the coverage that I'm looking for. I don't want like a super thin foundation unless I'm, you know, purposely going for that. For a regular foundation in my book, I really want the coverage, but I love when it's super thin because it makes blending so much easier and I feel like it's so much more lightweight on the skin. That's a big thing with makeup. If you can't like feel it, I feel like it looks so much more natural when you feel like your makeup is really light and breathable, even if we're wearing a lot of it. So I'm gonna blend this out with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. This of course is dampened in the sink. I'm going to blend this literally all over my face, making sure to lift my hair, get into the hairline, under the jaw. I really like foundation all over my eyelids because I have super veiny eyelids and I really like a clean slate for the whole face. Also, if you are applying lip plumper or anything on your lips before, be careful when you're blending around your mouth, because you don't want to smear the lip plumper like on the sponge and move it around your face, because your face will literally start to burn and turn red. Just be careful of that. It's happened to me before, especially like around the eye area. You do want to be really careful to not mix those products. Okay, blending on the neck. I'm gonna add a little bit more on my chest just to make it even. This would be such a good product if you wear like full makeup to the pool and you really want that protection, or you have older skin and you know that's more of a concern. The only thing with SPF is like photos at nighttime and stuff. That's why I don't wear this all the time. I'm gonna take these out and I'm gonna trade it. Ow! I'm gonna trade it for my headband. Much better, you guys. I feel like you don't see in my videos like how weird and goofy I am sometimes, because when the camera's on, I like turn on and I try to like always be explaining and giving you guys detail. But I'm definitely goofy in person, I would say. Shout out to Table Rock, by the way, for getting the best Yeti mugs. They even put my name on it. Like, how cute. I always have my water in here to make sure I drink it. It's like bigger than my head. They made like huge ones this time. Okay, for concealer to brighten up the face and give some more coverage under the eyes, I'm gonna go in with my Born This Way Too Faced concealer. The Born This Way foundation is also incredible, like especially paired with the matching concealer. If you guys are looking for just a regular foundation, I was going out at night, I would be wearing the Too Faced foundation right now, because this has no SPF in it. It's just a really nice full coverage, thicker, long wear foundation, but still looks really natural and easy to use. That's like honestly been one of my favorites lately ever since I picked it up again. Even with something lightweight, it's nice because you can add concealer for any areas you want more coverage or for the brightness. So you can see my concealer shade is a little bit lighter than my foundation. I'm using the shade Cream Puff. It's such a good color. I really like trying to find like neutral tones, not going too warm or too cool. I mean, it depends on your natural skin tone, but I think I have a pretty neutral undertone, so I kind of like to keep it that way. Okay, blending that all out. Now you can see like it just gives my face already some nice highlights and brightness to where I want it to be, but it blends so nicely into my foundation. Nothing looks weird or off. To set under the eyes, I'm going to use my Juvia's Place loose powder. This is in the shade White Sands. I believe they have like 3 different shades, and I love this loose powder. It's in the drugstore section at Ulta. Juvia's Place is a really incredible brand, and I also love how small it is. I feel like a lot of loose powders come in really big compacts, like the Laura Mercier one, and I just like how much smaller this is. It's easier to travel with, it's easier to use. It kind of has like a tiny bit of a yellow undertone. It's just a really nice, like, not fully translucent, but I don't know. It just works well. So I'm setting under the eye with this and using my sponge and the eyelids. Because I can't even believe, like, when I first started my channel, if you told me to set my face with a loose powder using my wet sponge, I would literally look at you like you have never done your makeup in your life before. And now I cannot go without it. Like, I always use my sponge for even primer, sometimes primer, foundation, concealer, and then I even use it for my powders, even for like cream products. I don't think I'm going to use a lot of cream products today. In my last makeup video, I did a ton of cream products, which I've been really into for the summertime and just with makeup in general lately, but today I'm going to keep it a little bit quicker. It just really works. I feel like it presses everything into the skin a lot more versus like setting with a brush where you would just be like fluffing it around. We are set under the eyes. I didn't set everywhere because I want to go in with a little bit of cream bronzer, like a little stick I'm going to use. So that's why I didn't fully set the cheek, because I want to be able to blend here and then we will set that later with some more powder. But you always want to set your under eye concealer pretty much right away, especially the eyelids, under the eyes, so it doesn't start creasing and looking weird. I'm gonna go in with my Clinique Chubby stick. This is in the shade 01 Curvy Contour. This is an Olivia Jade classic. I started using this product because of her. I love it so much. I've had this for so long, and I remember I loved it like when I first got it, and then I kind of just like stopped using it, whatever. And since cream products have been back in, I started using it again. Oh my god, it's just like so good because it's really, really easy. I love it. I think it's especially the color. Finding a really good color for your skin tone is really important. This is a really nice like mid-tone brown, but with a tiny bit of warmth in it still. So I applied it under the jawline. I also just love the stick format of it. It's really, really creamy, like versus the Fenty ones that came out like right away, the matchsticks. Those are a little bit more dry and they're still a great product, but I would say those are more for like shaping. This is kind of just adding some color to the face and like lightly contouring, but I'm not doing some like crazy shaping to the face. I always do a little bit under the bottom lip to give it a pout. And on the cheekbones, obviously, we're only going to blend upward. Do not blend down. Keep the contour lifted. And blend on your temples, on the sides of your forehead, into the hairline. The bigger your forehead, the more you want contour on the sides and up at the top. That's what's going to make your forehead smaller. I like to keep the center brightened. I'm using this amazing brush that everybody talks about from Sephora, and it really is as good as everyone says it is because I've been using it a ton. This is the Sephora 64 stippling brush. I think a lot of people use it for like BB creams and tinted moisturizers to actually apply their foundation. I just prefer a sponge, but I really like this brush for blending out cream products and just doing like an overall blend on the face. Okay, sometimes when you want to contour your nose or add some color to your nose, blending it out, and then you want to drag it up along the shape and then into the crease of your eye, because that's naturally where your shadows go. Up the sides of the nose, and then I can put it like into the eye. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Okay, we're still blending. Like this color just looks so good all the time, and it always looks really smooth, because I feel like the formula is so hydrating versus like some contour sticks are so drying. Okay, so since we used this, we're definitely going to need to do a little bit of cleanup. I always want to make sure the contour is extra blended. If I need to go back in and bake and sculpt to make sure it didn't go too far, that's fine with me, but I'd rather have the contour like fully blended out. To shape, you guys have seen me do this a ton of times now. I don't consider this baking because I don't really like the baking method for my skin. My skin's too dry and I really don't need it. If you have really oily skin and you need your makeup to last longer, then using the baking method to set is probably key for you. But I actually use the baking method to use it as like a magic eraser. So I'm not letting it sit to set, I'm letting it sit to like clean up my mistakes. So I'm using a little bit, my Juvia's Place powder is like literally gone. So I have the rest of it, and then I used a little bit of Laura Mercier powder, just because it honestly doesn't really matter what powder you use for this, whatever you like. Definitely a loose one though. I'm going to take the flat edge of my beauty sponge, dipping it into the powder, and I'm going to make a line. I'm going to stamp it. You want like a good thick layer of the powder. Make a straight line. And this is going to clean up any contour that went lower and really carve out the face. So usually the rule is like corner of the mouth to the top of the ear and really pack it on there. Jaclyn Hill was doing this in one of her recent videos, and if you guys know anything, you know that I learned pretty much everything I know about makeup from Jaclyn Hill, so I love her to death. She said a bunch of people were like making fun of her that she still bakes and like baking is like chuggy or whatever the hell people are saying. And she was doing exactly this, which like whatever, if this is actually called baking and you want to make fun of me for it, I really don't care. But to me this isn't a baking method because I'm not actually trying to set this part of my face. First of all, that'd be a really weird part of my face to set, and I already have like pretty dry skin. This is more of like an eraser. It's literally a magic eraser, and it also helps you like stay clean while you do other things, so I can let this sit and do my blush, and it helps me know where to put my blush because obviously no blush is going down here. So I'm taking a little bit of the excess on the back of the sponge and just kind of setting in the middle of the forehead, and go around the mouth, just really pressing all those products in. You can always go back to areas, like just press under the eyes with no other product on it. Just make sure everything's looking really, really smooth. I think I love a good, like really bright eyelid. I think I want to do that today. So I am going to take my Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. This is an all matte palette. It's incredible. I've showed this on my channel thousands and thousands of times. And I'm going to take the shade Zazz, this white shade at the bottom here, and just like a fluffy brush. And I am just going to pack this all over my lid, a little bit above, kind of just like all over the eye area. Zoom you guys in. This white I like a lot too because you can actually really see it. In the beginning you might not be able to tell you can see it, but by the time you're done with your makeup and you like add your mascara and everything, you'll notice how much brighter your eyelids are. I love a good wash of like a cream brightening shadow on the lid. I think it's really underrated. Make sure it's matte. I'm actually gonna go in with my Mario Master Mattes palette. Use the cream shade here too. This one's even more pigmented. Okay, I'm taking more of a flat brush just so I can pack more of the color on. And just literally packing it on just the lid part. This part I'm not gonna blend out, just packing on the lid. Especially that inner corner you want really bright. And right in the center of the eye. For blush today, I've really been into layering. Well, I've always layered my blushes because I love blush a lot, but I have found using a like long-lasting matte blush first and then topping it with whatever your favorite like shimmery, really beautiful sheer blushes on top creates the perfect cheek, and it lasts so much longer. For a long wear blush, I feel like these are the most popular and the most well known. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blushes. They still make these, right? Like whenever I say an old brand like that, I'm like, do they even still make this stuff? Because like you don't hear about these brands as much as you used to. It's all about the celebrity brands and new indie brands these days, not like the top 10 that used to be in Sephora. But this is the shade Seduce. It's actually like a pretty dark, dusty color. I've had this blush forever, by the way, so if you do buy one, it is well worth your money because you will never hit pan on this thing. I'm taking it on my Morphe E4, smiling, applying to the apples of the cheeks, and then blending into the contour a little bit, which I especially love a matte blush for this when you're kind of bringing it into the contour because it keeps everything really matte. And then you can use your shimmer blush or like your glowy blush right on top where you actually want it. But this is kind of like the base and it helps the blush last so much longer. Plus I think just like mixing some shades makes it look really pretty. So I like how this is a little bit deeper. It's my I actually want to get like a corally one with this formula. Okay, you can apply it kind of on the sides of the nose, on the nose a little bit. I like a blushed nose on the chin. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury blush, Cheek to Chic in the shade Ecstasy. And mine actually cracked and broke everywhere, so I repressed it with some rubbing alcohol so it looks really, really weird. Normally she has like an outside color and an inside color and you're supposed to use them a certain way, but I repressed it and it actually still works perfectly fine, if not better. I actually like how the blush is like veiny now, so I think it's really, really pretty. This is the best, prettiest glow and shimmer to it. So I'm taking it on the same brush and kind of just applying it right on the apples, like really lightly, and then blending up just a little bit, kind of like where the highlight would go though, like a little bit higher up than the contour. On the nose, on the chin, you have like a really nice layered blush look. I love it. Okay, now that the blush is on, we can wipe away the bake. And I like to use this kind of like foundation looking brush because it kind of blends out the edges here. Only use this for wiping away powder, so it never has like any other colors on it. But really you can blend like pretty harshly here so it's not too harsh of a line, because that eraser method can really like make harsh lines sometimes. Clean around the mouth. You can go back in with your sponge, kind of tap over some things. Okay, I'm going to do my brows really quickly. For brows, I've been so into my RMS brow powder that I got from the Sephora sale. This is the RMS Beauty Back to Brow Brow Powder in dark. I just love how it's a single dark powder brow product. I really like a nice rich dark color for my brows. Instead of using like a brow brush lately, I've been brushing them through with just this random brush that I have because I need a spoolie. Then to actually fill my brows, I've been using my favorite little angled brush from Morphe. I use this brush all the time for my brows, for doing like eyeshadow liner, for doing regular black liner. I'm gonna brush through my brows, fill them in with this powder really quickly, and then of course set them with some clear brow gel. My favorite's from Anastasia. So I'm gonna do this really quick and I will be right back. The brows are on. I've definitely been making them so much more bold since I've gotten that brow powder, but I love them so much. Like, they frame the face so nicely, and I would rather have bold brows than like a ton of mascara or lashes. I actually really like my eyes to be a little bit more delicate and open, and I like my eyebrows to frame the face. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of highlight, which I don't do all the time now, and set my face, and then we'll do mascara and lips. Oh, by the way, when I was doing my brows, I took this fluffy brush, got a tiny bit of this Tarte matte blush on it, and did like the tiniest amount in the crease, but still keeping my eyes like really white and bright. And you can see how bright the lid is compared like to my other skin, and just a tiny bit in the crease, just because I felt like it needed something. Like, you wouldn't even know that it's there, but it adds just a touch of shape. Must be a giant truck going by or something because it's really loud. For highlight, I'm going to take my Pat McGrath little stick here. This is the Skin Fetish Highlighter and Balm Duo. One side is like a shimmery highlight, like normal, cream, and then the other side is a clear balm that adds a really nice like wet effect. So I'm actually going to apply it on my décolletage and everything while it's loud and annoying out there. Blend this all out on the shoulders, on the ladies a little bit. You guys, like, the core memory I have of contouring my chest in like middle school to make it look like I have the biggest boobs in the world is like so funny to me. I was literally like, I would be in like 7th grade and me and my friends, I'd be like contouring here. Now I just like to highlight it because it adds really pretty glow. But I used to do the full contour and everything, which I'll still do that now if I'm wearing a top for it, but I love adding glow and makeup down here, especially for the summer, guys. If you're wearing a top like this, you really want to bring the makeup down. You don't need makeup everywhere, but you do want to bring it down, because if you have a full face of all these products on your face and then your neck is just completely bare and your chest is completely bare, even if you have like beautiful skin, it just looks weird. At least like apply lotion here. Like, this skin needs something so your face doesn't look crazy. And I always blend like everything down. I'll even like take a big powder brush and like put a bunch of bronzer down there. Whatever you need to do. Like, look how much better that looks. And it flows with the makeup. For the face, I'm actually going to mix a little bit of the highlight part and then some of the balm on top, just to make it more like wet looking for the cheeks. Just because I don't really like a super shimmery highlight on the cheeks anymore. I really just want that glow. So I just mixed it on the back of my hand. I'm going to pick it up on my sponge. Just tap the very tops of the cheekbones, going around in a U a little bit, on the nose a tiny bit. I am going to spray my face with this Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is actually a really good one for making it last. It smells really good, honestly. Face dry. I like to set my face now just because I don't want the mascara to ever run or anything. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we will do our mascara really quickly. I've been doing my lashes like a little bit more of a specific way, and I think they've been looking really good. So let's zoom in. Okay, guys, I actually have a full video on my channel testing a bunch of Milk makeup products, and I tried both of these in that video. That is being the Milk Makeup Kush Lash Primer. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I think it was after movement when I was wearing a lot of fake eyelashes for the first time in a long time, I just was like, wow, I really need to up my lash game and just make them so much fuller with mascara. So I dug this out and I've been using this Kush lash primer with the Kush mascara lately, and I'm obsessed with the combo. It looks so good. It just makes my lashes so much more full, and I mean, you guys will see it for yourself. The only thing is I only do this when I have like enough time, because I really like to take my time to really coat each lash. Then you have to wait for it to dry, then do your coat of this. So it just takes a little bit longer, so I don't do this every day. But when I really want a nice full lash with just mascara, I will use these products. Then of course, you guys know, extended play Giga Black Lash on the lower lash line from MAC. Okay, I'm just gonna curl my lashes like normal. I'm back on my lash curler just because I need it. I'm gonna go in with the primer. It's a nice big twisted wand, and it's like a white creamy consistency. I'm gonna do this really close so you guys can see. And I like to coat each lash, really take my time with this. Make sure everything is separated. You want a really nice even layer on everything, especially like these like inner lashes. That's where this primer really helps. Okay, I need a mirror. We gotta get all those little outside lashes all the way from the root to the tips. I don't put this on my lower lash line, by the way. I've actually never tried that. I don't want to try that today, but maybe we should try it. Okay, I'm letting that primer set just for a few seconds, maybe like 30 seconds or so. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. This is their original one. I'm gonna do a layer of this on top. I love a thick wand like this that's like the furry bristles and not the rubberized ones, to really perfect the lashes. I just feather it through from root to tip, back and forth, nice and lightly. I don't do this every day. I only do it when I have the time and I can do it, and I like want really nice thick lashes. There are the lashes. This one's looking a little bit chunky, but can you see how much more bold they are, like versus if I just did regular mascara? Which that is a trick if they're ever looking too chunky, with even without the primer, like whatever mascara you use. You can always go in with a clean spoolie and just like separate the lashes that are looking weird. I'm gonna do a little bit of the MAC on the lower lash line. Actually, I want to do a tiny bit of shadow under there just for some definition. I'm gonna take this little shader brush, Short Shader E20 from Sigma, throwback, and I'm gonna take a shade from my Master Mattes palette. Maybe like this one here, just like a neutral mid-tone brown. Coat my brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna buff this under the lower lash line. I love some definition under here, especially with the brown shadow. And the best part about going under the eye here is because it's normally where you probably have some creases from your concealer, little wrinkles under your eyes, completely natural, and this, not that it like conceals it, but it defines the eyes, and you can kind of just like blend out where those little creases are under the eye. I feel like people are always really scared to put something dark under there after we've been trying to brighten them up. But if you do it the right way and you get used to it, it's like one of my favorite things. I don't bring it all the way to the inner corner. I'll probably stop 2/3 of the way. Really focus on that outer corner part and bring it into like the corner here. Okay, I said I was going to add a little bit, definitely added a lot more, but do you see how much more defined my eyes look? Now I'm going to do my MAC Giga Black Lash, you guys. We're almost done here, I promise. I already know this video is 1,000 years long. What do you expect if you're on my channel? I love to get the outer corners with the MAC Giga Black. It's nice and thin. Okay, I got a little black spot on my eye. So I'm going to show you guys a little trick. I've showed it so many times before. It's pretty well known, but I'm not going to touch it. If you get any black or any mascara on your face, on your eye, on your nose, whatever, let it dry. We are back zoomed out and we are almost done with this look, you guys. I'm really, really liking how the skin is looking and how overall everything is looking. It's just very everyday, you know, hitting all the steps, but very everyday. So let's finish off with the lips. I'm gonna line my lips with 09 Spice from Milani, my absolute favorite lip liner. It's such a nice, rich, warm tone, brown tone nude that really shapes the lips. I'm gonna give them a nice overline, and then I'm gonna plop a nice plop. I'm gonna plop a nice creamy nude shade in the middle to really give that like ombre look to the lips. So I'm actually gonna zoom you guys back in a little bit just to see the lips a tiny bit better. I like to start here. You can go much lower than the natural lip line. Here, follow the natural to the corner. You don't overline the corners, only overline in the middle. And for the Cupid's bow, overline the Cupid's bow. Now this part is your choice. Some people like a really defined Cupid's bow, which I naturally have like a pretty defined one. But if you make your Cupid's bow actually more straight, that actually gives more of a fuller lip look. Like lip injections or a lip flip, usually the lip is more straight there, so it's kind of depends on what you want. You can still overline and create that Cupid's bow, or you can make it straight. Honestly, I change all the time. Sometimes I like the shape of it, and then sometimes I want a really full, plump lip, which I'm gonna do today. So I kind of shape it, and then I take away the shape. Again, don't overline the corners. Only do it a little bit to like match stuff up. Oh my god, you guys, I never took this off. Ready? Satisfying. Oh, much better I can see now. I can see great now. You guys can see so much of what's going on. Okay, yeah, just to reiterate that, like, top lip part, if you have a natural Cupid's bow, I feel like most people do, shape that first, see how you like it, and then if you want to see if you like that fuller lip look, then just go straight over the middle and take away the shape. So normally your Cupid's bow is like an M, make the M first, and then if you want to see how a fuller lip looks, make it rounded at the top and take away the M. Does that make sense? Like, please tell me through the camera, does that make sense? I really wish you guys could talk to me. Should I start going live? Like, some of my guy work friends, the guys that do my intros and stuff, you guys know Astro, and just people in the community, they've told me I should, like, do live videos and go on Discord and, like, all that kind of stuff. I'm so unfamiliar with that, but I feel like it would be really fun, especially with makeup stuff, because it's like you're actively doing something, you can talk about what you're doing, you guys can chat with me, and I feel like I've always thought Discord and those things were like for gamers specifically, or I always just felt a little bit uncomfortable on live for obvious reasons. I'm so used to like just recording. But yeah, let me know like what your thoughts are about that. I'm kind of like thinking about it, or even maybe I should just start going live on TikTok, like when I do my makeup. I think it would be really, really fun. I feel like it would help me connect to you guys a lot more, because I feel like as time goes on, as so much changes with social media, I feel less and less connected to you guys versus like when I first started. So I feel like live could be a resolution to that. So let me know what you guys think. But I'm gonna top off the lips with one of my favorite lipsticks from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade Kim KW. Of course, this is an incredible shade. It's like the palest light pink nude color. You can see I already have like some lip liner left on there, because I like to just apply this right in the center, mix it, and this is honestly the best lip combo ever. So pretty. Pink actually goes perfectly with the cheeks. You guys, this makeup is so good today. I feel like a lot of times when I film, to be honest, my makeup doesn't turn out as good as it normally does because I'm filming, so I'm focused on a whole nother thing while I'm doing my makeup versus like when I'm just doing my makeup by myself. I feel like today it turned out so, so good. All the products are really working together well. Okay, I told you guys I would show you how to fix this little mascara mess up. So now that it is fully dry, take a Q-tip and it will literally just flick away without, this is like a bad Q-tip to use to be honest because it's like flat, but it will just flick away without ruining anything, versus if you tried to like wipe it while it was still wet and just happened, it would just like smear all over your face and then it would be impossible to get off. Okay, I think we should do a tiny bit of gloss just for funsies, for a little bit of extra glow on the lips. So I'm going to take the Patrick Ta She's Expensive lip gloss. I actually haven't worn this in so long, but I think it's going to look really pretty. It's just a really sparkly nude shade. and it will go with the glow that we have going on. Pop this right in the middle. Ooh, they're like minty smelling. I forgot about that. So good. Shouldn't all lip glosses be like minty? Okay, you guys, this is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think the makeup turned out so good. I mean, I love every single product that I used and showed you guys today, but hopefully you picked up some other techniques and little details. I try to be very thorough with my explanations of how I achieved this. Again, it's very just like basic overall. There's really nothing crazy to it. This is perfect for every day, or if this is like a lot of makeup for you, this is a great going out or full glam look. Again though, I did use that foundation with lots of SPF, so beware, it will have a lot of flashback if you are taking photos at night. I would just say if you're going out at nighttime, you want to like do this for a full glam like evening look. I would just switch out the foundation for Born This Way Too Faced or anything that just doesn't have an SPF in it. Still really glowy without using too many cream products if you guys are scared of that. The lip combo is absolutely perfect. Of course, all the products that I use, everything that I mentioned will be listed in the description box. I usually like to link it in order of the video, really easy for you guys to find and shop. Stay tuned for more vlogs coming soon, the Dallas vlog, other regular daily vlogs. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. Seriously, thank you for the support. Thank you for clicking on my videos. Like anything, it really means the most to have people watching my videos and just supporting me through the computer screen. I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Up and creates that new to his white Nikes.